In the past few years, dry pet food has been dragged through recalls, investigations, and enough consumer complaints to make your stomach flip, and your cat does not even get a choice. You are staring at words like natural, indoor, hairball control, and veterinarian recommended, thinking you are doing the responsible thing when the bag is basically a marketing costume over cheap calories. So let's rip the costume off. 6 dry cat food brands to avoid, 3 better options, and the fast way to spot the scam before your cat's bowl turns into a regret buffet, starting now. Number 6. Meow Mix. Sold widely in big box stores, parent company varies by market, but it is a classic mass market label. You trust it because it is everywhere. It is cheap, it is familiar, and it has that friendly, complete, and balanced vibe that makes you feel like you are not neglecting your cat. The problem is that cheap has to come from somewhere, and with bargain dry food, it usually comes from heavy use of plant-based fillers, vague animal ingredients, and flavor coatings that make mediocre kibble taste addictive. When the front screams real chicken or seafood medley, the ingredient list often tells a different story. Grains and byproducts up front, animal digest style flavoring, and a nutrition profile that can lean carb-heavy for an obligate carnivore. I am not saying your cat will instantly explode. I am saying you are paying for a logo and a smell your cat likes, not a clean, species-appropriate formula. If your cat is always hungry, always begging, or scarfing it like they have not eaten in weeks, that is the bowl telling you something. Put this one back on the shelf and stop letting the price tag bully you. Next up, the brand that pretends to be premium because the bag looks expensive. Number 5. Purina Cat Chow. Nestlé Purina. People trust this because it is a legacy brand. Vets mention Purina as a company all the time, and cat chow has been in homes forever, so it feels safe by default. Here is the rub. Cat chow is the budget lane, and it often leans on vague ingredient language like meat by product meal and animal digest, plus a grain-heavy base that props up calories cheaply. That matters because dry kibble is already a high heat-processed product, and when the base is mostly inexpensive starch, you end up with a food that can be calorie-dense without being nutrient-dense in the way a carnivore thrives on. The marketing will wave healthy weight or indoor, but if the first few ingredients read like a pantry inventory instead of identifiable animal proteins, you are buying a filler engine with added vitamins. For you, that can mean bigger portions, more litter box output, and a cat that is fed but not truly satisfied. Cat chow is where you end up when convenience wins, not when quality wins. Keep moving, because the next one is the fancy bargain that traps people who think they upgraded. Number 4. Iams Proactive Health Dry Cat Food, Mars Pet Care. This one gets trust because the brand is mainstream but positioned as more science-y. It shows up in vet offices sometimes, and it is priced like a responsible middle ground. What is actually wrong is the classic kibble trick. The formula can be built on substantial grains and plant proteins, then boosted with animal meals and sprayed flavors so the bag can brag about chicken. You can also see broad, non-specific terms in some recipes, and that matters because poultry by product meal tells you less than you think, and natural flavor tells you basically nothing. Dry foods also need binders and starch to hold the kibble shape, so when the recipe already leans starchy, you get a double hit. For you, that often shows up as weight creep over time, picky eating that gets worse as you try to switch, and a coat that looks fine until it does not. The bag wants to be your cat's personal trainer, but it is really a convenience brick. Do not let balanced nutrition become your excuse. Now let's talk about the one that screams grocery store wholesome while quietly doing grocery store things. Number 3. Blue Buffalo Wilderness and Life Protection Dry Cat Lines. Blue Buffalo, owned by General Mills. People trust Blue because the branding is loud about being natural, no corn, wheat, soy, and it talks like it is above the junk aisle. The issue is that natural is not a force field, and these recipes can still be ultra-processed, heavy in legumes or potatoes, and built around meals and concentrates that look impressive on paper, but are not the same as a diet anchored in clearly named animal ingredients. Then you get the ingredient carousel: deboned chicken, followed by multiple plant ingredients that together can outweigh the meat after water weight is removed, plus buzzword add-ons like antioxidants and superfoods that do not fix a flimsy foundation. Blue also has a long history of being discussed in the context of recalls and consumer complaints over the years, and even when a specific product is not involved, the pattern teaches you the same lesson. Pretty packaging is not quality control. For you, the risk is paying premium money for premium vibes and still getting the same kibble compromises. If your cat's poop turns into a science experiment after switching, do not be shocked. Keep your wallet closed, because number 2 is the vet-adjacent brand people defend like a sports team. Number 2, Hill's Science Diet Dry Cat Food. Hill's Pet Nutrition, owned by Colgate-Palmolive. This is the one people trust because it is positioned as clinical. It is in vet clinics. The name literally says science, and it has condition-specific recipes that sound like medicine. Here is the uncomfortable part. A lot of science diet dry formulas still rely heavily on grains and starches to form kibble, and the ingredient list can include things like corn, wheat, and vague fats that are not inherently evil, but absolutely are doing the heavy lifting for cost and texture. If you are paying premium, you expect premium transparency and a meat-forward profile, not a lab coat on top of a cereal base. Hill's has also had notable recall events in the past across pet food categories, and the broader point is simple. Brand authority does not immunize a factory from problems. For you, this can mean you feel responsible while feeding a formula that is not aligned with what cats are built to eat. Then you blame your cat for being lazy when the food is basically efficient storage calories. Your cat does not need a lecture. They need better inputs. Comment the number you are on right now so I know you are actually following. Hit subscribe if you like your pet content without the fairy tales. And we are going straight into number 1. Number 1. Generic store brand dry cat food. Think value, budget, or the retailer's own label at major supermarkets. You trust it because the bag says complete and balanced. It looks like every other bag, and the price feels like a life hack. This is where you get the highest concentration of the worst industry habits: vague proteins, broad by-product meals, unnamed animal fats, and ingredient lists designed to be legally adequate, not biologically ideal. Store brands also tend to change manufacturers or formulations quietly to hit price targets. So the bag you liked last month can become a different product with the same label next month. And when the sourcing and testing transparency is thin, you are the one doing the quality control with your cat's digestion. No, every store brand is not poison, but this category is where you see the most mystery meat, the most filler for the dollar, and the least accountability when something goes sideways. For you, it can mean inconsistent stools, sudden pickiness, or a cat that starts drinking like they are training for a marathon because the food is dry, salty, and not especially meat-rich. If the ingredient list reads like a riddle, the answer is do not buy it. Now take a breath, because I am not leaving you with nothing but fear. You do not need a perfect diet. You need a smarter one. Dry food is not automatically evil, but the wrong dry food is a long, slow con. So here are 3 safer picks that usually do better on transparency and formulation. And yes, you still read the label like a detective. 1. Origin Cat and Kitten, Champion Pet Foods. This tends to be safer because it is generally more meat-forward than bargain kibble, with multiple named animal ingredients and a higher protein profile that at least tries to respect that cats are carnivores. On the label, look for clearly named proteins and meals, like chicken meal, turkey meal, salmon, and organs, not just meat meal or animal fat. Also look for details that show they are not hiding the ball, like named fats, and fewer vague flavor additives. Practical tip. This is pricey, so buy the smaller bag first and store it airtight, cool, and dark, because fats go rancid and cats will punish you for stale kibble. If the bag smells like old fryer oil, do not serve it. 2. Wellness Core Original Dry Cat Food, Wellness Pet Company. This is often a safer middle ground because many recipes aim for higher animal protein and fewer filler grains, and the ingredient list tends to be more readable than bargain brands. On the label, you want the first ingredients to be named animal proteins and meals, and you want to avoid formulas where multiple starches stack up early, like peas plus potato plus tapioca, dominating the top of the list. Buying tip: check the best buy date and choose the freshest bag on the back of the shelf. Then use a sealed container at home. With dry food, freshness is not a luxury, it is basic risk control. 3. Instinct Original Real Chicken Dry Cat Food, Nature's Variety. This one is generally safer because it usually uses clearly named animal ingredients and avoids some of the cheapest filler patterns, and many formulas lean into a more protein-forward macro profile. On the label, look for named meat meals, named fats, and minimal vague terms like natural flavors. If you see a recipe brag about raw boost pieces, still read the full list, but it can be a useful sign that the company is at least trying to compete on animal ingredients, not just flavor dust. Practical tip: do not overbuy, especially if you have one cat. Smaller bags reduce oxidation, and keep the bag sealed inside a bin, not dumped loose into plastic that holds old grease smells. Now here is how you spot the problem bags in under a minute, because you should not need a nutrition degree to buy cat food. First, stop worshiping the front of the bag. Natural, premium, indoor, hairball control, and pictures of salmon fillets mean nothing if the first 5 ingredients are mostly grains and starch. Flip it over and read the first 5 ingredients like they are the cast of a movie. If you do not like the main characters, the plot is bad. Second, watch for vague animal ingredients. Meat byproducts, animal digest, poultry meal without a specific species, animal fat without a named source. Those are fog machines. They are not automatically dangerous, but they are the opposite of transparent, and you are the one paying for the lack of clarity. Third, learn the starch stack trick. One pea ingredient does not look scary, but pea protein plus peas plus potato plus tapioca can quietly turn a chicken recipe into a plant-heavy formula, with chicken as the headline, not the substance. Fourth, do 2 simple at-home checks. Smell the kibble when you open it. Sharp, rancid, paint-like, or stale oil smells are a no. And watch the consistency check. If the same food swings your cat from normal stool to chaos, or makes them suddenly guzzle water, that is your signal to reassess, not to wait it out for months. Fifth, treat complete and balanced as the minimum legal bar, not a gold medal. Your job is to choose clearer ingredients, better protein anchoring, and fresher product handling, because dry food lives and dies on what it is made of, and how it is stored. You now have the 6 brands to avoid, the 3 better options to start with, and the rapid-fire method to audit any bag without getting hypnotized by marketing. The industry counts on you being tired, rushed, and impressed by a wolf silhouette on a cat food bag, and that is the whole game. If this saved you a bad purchase, like subscribe, share it with the friend who buys whatever is on sale, and comment what pet food topic you want exposed next week.